Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 217 Recovery Podcast. You're now listening to Broken to Beautiful with Anna Dravich.
Yeah. I gotta say, Corey, that new intro is a lot better. Good evening, everyone. My name is Anna Dravich. Welcome to Broken to Beautiful. It is June 11th, 2020, which just so happens to be Corey's birthday. Happy birthday, Corey. Corey and his girlfriend Marnie were here Tuesday night. They showed up around maybe 1 o'clock, and we just had a really good time. Ate a lot of good food. Jamie, that's my wife, and Marnie and I, we recorded a really good podcast. I used my headphones and didn't think to do a sound check. And about 45 minutes into it, great conversation, just easy flow of topic. Actually got my wife on there, who is a former detox nurse and also a recovering alcoholic herself. And then Marnie, she's a recovering alcoholic and also works in the recovery field, who just got a promotion. Congratulations, Marnie. Anyways, it was just a really good flow of conversation, and we'll definitely have to do it again. I was extremely disappointed, but then Marnie pointed out, regardless, it was a good opportunity for us three to just sit and talk and have a good, steady conversation just about life, about work, about recovery. So, it was meant to be, I suppose. All right, so it's been a minute since I've recorded a podcast for Broken to Beautiful. I've had a lot go on in my life, and I took some time off. I've been working on myself. I'm in therapy. That's going really well. I had an opportunity to see a therapist who I worked with, not a lot, but she ran the women's group while I was in treatment at the place where I was able to discover my way and my path of recovery. Even though I didn't work with her that much, that one day a week was very, very helpful and beneficial to me. And her story and her strength is just absolutely incredible, and perseverance. I've also recently enrolled in school. I am going to pursue my dream of being a therapist. I was scared there for a while and definitely had those fears, those thoughts like, oh, I'm too old. I'll be 37 next month on the 7th, which, where's the time gone? And I'm not going to sit here and focus on the fact that, oh, I spent so many years drinking and as a drunk and hopeless and helpless and broken, and it's not about that. It's about today. It's about what I'm doing now, and it's about the people that believe in me and love me without conditions that are in my life today. Like my wife. She recently said that she wants to get more involved with 217, and I'm so ecstatic about that. I know Corey and Marnie are too. And hopefully next time you hear my next podcast, she'll be with me. She's at work right now, so I'm at home with the dogs. And it's storming outside. Wah, wah. It'll be alright. I've been working on a bunch of projects at home to keep myself busy. For those that know me, know that I'm a busybody. I rototilled and worked in about 100 pounds of soil and 100 pounds of manure into this lovely UP earth. It was literally clay and rock. About 3 goes at it in several hours and a couple chiropractor visits later, though, I have my garden planted and put a fence in around it. And that keeps me busy, too. I'm going to get out there and weed it tomorrow, weather permitting. I've been working on making our deck nice. I refurbished the patio furniture and got my early birthday present. It's an amazing griddle grill. And my wife got me all the extra tools. it's a hibachi style, so I told her I'll be flipping shrimp from the other side of the deck in no time. We'll see. I just think of Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of the movie. Where he's undercover and he's got the big mustache and he's working the grill and he flips a shrimp in his pocket. Okay. And for those that do know what I'm talking about, thank you for entertaining me. For those that don't, you're probably like, what the heck is she talking about? Just imagine Chris Farley dressed up like a hibachi grill cook and burning the hell out of himself. Anyways, like I said, Corey and Marnie were here, which was awesome. I haven't seen Corey in a bit. Life's been busy for both of us. Between me getting caught up in my work and Corey moving on with his life and moving to Traverse City to be with his girlfriend, Marnie. They both work at a recovery center there and are doing great things, which I think is incredible. I mean, Corey and I met in treatment. We would talk about doing a recovery podcast. Basically, I'd tell him, like, he could do it and believe in him. And, don't get me wrong, we'd talk about all kinds of crazy things. But he was like, and I'm going to have a co-host, and it's going to be you. And I remember saying, okay, Corey, I hate my voice. I'm not going to do that. And then I agreed to do it. And he got out before I did and started to work on 217 recovery. 217 was his room in treatment. So I get out, and right away we start doing it. We used to go to the Charlevoix Library because I was in sober living there. And he'd pick me up, we'd go do it, and I'd make it back in time, just in time for dinner, just to get that scolded look. And that doesn't matter anymore. We'd go do our podcast there, but then we started doing it at the pizza place, and they even named a pizza after us. So then, after I experienced some just not so pleasant treatment where I was at, I decided about a month and a half in to get my own place, which I did. So I moved about 6 miles down from the facility I worked at, and he was like, I want you to start blogging. And I sat there and I'm like, no one wants to read what I write. And then I discovered that I did my best work at 3 o'clock in the morning, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, at 7:15 a.m. when I was laying in bed, or just when I'd go out and smoke a cigarette. When I write my blogs, I have something hit me and I just start writing, and I usually write each individual blog in 5 minutes or less, and I publish it. He used to tease me about my typos. So occasionally I'll go back and just correct any grammatical errors or typos. But normally I just publish it. And he had me start adding a picture to it, so I did that. And of course, that increased views because people want to... When someone can see something, they're more likely... When there's a visual to go along with it, they're more likely to read it. Just how the human brain works. Then he sent me a microphone and told me I was going to start doing my own podcast. And I did several. It's really hard for me to stick to that scheduled routine, but I think now that my wife's going to do them with me too, it'll be a lot easier. And we're going to go over a schedule. So yeah, just a little back history for those that are new, since it's been a minute. As of last month on the 12th, we are officially a nonprofit organization and working on some other projects for 217 Recovery. Pretty excited about all those up-and-coming endeavors. And also, Corey is wanting to have us go speak more. And now that my schedule's a lot more open, we're both excited for me to be able to do that. I only see great things that are going to come from 217 Recovery. My recovery included my sobriety, and we were talking, one of the greatest gifts that I've ever received is that freedom from that obsession, and I pray for those that are still lost and stuck in that old way of thinking to just surrender, just let it go. Stop doing the same thing and expecting that different outcome. I promise you, it might not be easy. It's not going to be easy. But it'll certainly be worth it. And I promise you, life will get so much better. And it doesn't instantly, and all those old things and repercussions and legal troubles, burnt bridges, it's going to take time to repair. And some people are not going to forgive you. However, that's their choice. Just like it's your choice every day to say, I'm not going to do that to myself anymore. And that self-love, that self-worth, it'll get there. Again, that's going to take some hard work. Marnie and I were talking, and we were talking about how she actually said, it is continuous work. It's a lifetime's worth of work. It's maintenance, like anything else that you want to be successful. You don't just go to treatment and are cured. If it were that easy, it'd be a wonderful thing. However, there wouldn't be so many deaths. There are too many lives lost. Recently, I've had several people that I went to treatment with just up here pass away, and it's so unfortunate. One was, and they're all beautiful souls. Each and every individual has their infinite worth. But one in particular, she just, that last time, I was an employee this last time she came through. And she was just so different. She had let go. She was sharing. She was crying. She was doing all these things that she had never done before. And I hadn't spoken to her, I seen in my messenger, since the end of February. So I'm not sure exactly where she lost her way again. It just makes me sad. And I know that she is freed. However, to continue to watch the people around me that I love and care about not find their way out of the darkness hurts my soul. So I pray for each and every one of you to be freed from that obsession. And it doesn't matter if it's a substance, if it's drugs or alcohol. Everybody's struggling with something. So that fear of judgment. Pick up the phone, call someone, talk to someone, go to a meeting, share. Find that person that you can share open and honestly with. To the honest part, that is key. To just let go and get those things out of your head. Write a letter. Maybe not mail it, but just get the thoughts and words out of your head, and then not obsess about it every day and every moment. Live in the now. Don't future trip, and just let yourself live. That's what it's all about. I always say I didn't get sober just to settle for mediocrity. And for those that know me, my life is drastically different from a year ago, and mediocre is definitely not a thing of the present. So, I'll keep it short and sweet like I always do. And I will figure out this phone thing. And hopefully next time we'll have my wife with me. So, again, happy birthday, Corey. Here's to many more. And the sky's the limit, bud. I love you. I know you love yourself today. And I'm so happy you found someone, such a good woman. And I look forward to getting to know you more, Marnie. And Jamie, I can't wait to have you on here. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to Broken to Beautiful. For more episodes and for more shows, go to 217recovery.com.